good morning, everyone. This is Ed Page here in Walnut Creek with a bunch of beautiful people. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Wednesday. Let's get started with this month's call. So, quote of the day: the early bird may get the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. So, our vision statement, just a reminder: be a leading insurance and benefit solution provider by combining large-scale resources with customization and personal attention. Differentiate on value creation by having the most innovative and compelling approaches, the highest level of service, and the strongest team. That's who we are and who we aspire to be. So a lot of fun things today. Announcements. So new hires, work anniversaries, and promotions. What everyone's always excited about, the financial update, and an exciting lunch drawing. So announcements. We're going to talk about performance appraisals, Ascension Giving, Ascension ACEs, ask Joe a couple questions there, and then some neat employee milestones. So we'll get right to it. So performance appraisals, everybody's favorite time in the year, some critical deadlines to be aware of. So by the end of the year, the 31st of December, everyone should review and update your 2016 goals. All employees and managers should establish and finalize 2017 objectives. That's a key thing for what we're trying to focus on for next year. All employees should complete self-appraisals, and managers should start working on the performance appraisals for staff. By February 6th, managers should have completed their staff performance appraisals, and then by March 6th to March 17th, managers should formally and in person discuss the appraisals with the staff. So I know it's coming upon us quickly. It's a very important thing. Keep in mind that performance appraisals are tied to bonuses and raises, and so it's important that we do them. And also remember, feedback is the greatest gift that you could ever get, so please partake in the process. So there's some learning tools to help with this. For managers and employees, today at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, there is a webinar. For employees, there's a webinar today at 4 o'clock, and for managers, tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, there's a webinar as well. For detailed instructions in using our tool, ViewSnap, it's on the Welcome to ViewSnap page when you log in. And then we also have Ascension University. So we've just launched that, and school is in session. There are a number of programs with ThinkHR and Skillsoft to help you develop your career and develop key skills and capabilities. So feel free to check it out. So then just want to talk about ratings expectations. Every year when we go through the process, people are rated on a scale of 1 to 5, and there's kind of grade inflation throughout the company. Everyone, I should say everyone, but large numbers of people think that they are 5s and that the work they do is 5s. And so the reality is 5 is a very, very high scale. And the way I try and think about it is a world-class athlete has a performance like that once in his career or her career. So Michael Jordan scoring 6 threes in the NBA Finals in 1/2, that's a 5, right? And so just want to get a sense of what the level is. A 3 is a job well done. That is a good score. And so I think we have to get away from, in our minds, thinking like, well, I'm a 5, I'm a 5, I'm a 5. It should really only be really like the top 2% of people are 5. So just keep that in mind. If there's 450 people here, that's about 9 people in the company. So just keep it. So a 4 is still a rock star. That still is a very good job. It's above average. Above being a job well done. So again, I just want people to kind of get a sense of what the scale is. And not everyone is 5s. It's just like when people go to Little League. We're not all winners all the time. You know, there is a little bit of a difference. And that's what we're trying to do, because again, feedback is a great gift. So we're trying to get people to line up and understand how they can do things better. And doing things at a 3 level is not bad. That's actually good.
We don't give participation trophies.
We don't give participation trophies. Exactly. So and then I want to turn to Ascension Giving. So Feeding America, it's been our charity for the year. So far, we raised almost $8,000. So thank you very much for your contributions. If you haven't joined our fundraising efforts, it is not too late. You can still access the payroll deduction form from our ADP website. Keep in mind, donations are pre-tax. So it happens before you have to get taxed on it. And you can make a one-time donation, or an ongoing donation can be deducted automatically from your payroll check. And it's completely optional, not required, but very welcome if you choose to do so. And I'll turn over to Jamie to talk about ACEs.
All right. Hello, everybody. So just a quick ACEs reminder that if you are nominated for the ACEs program this year, that you should please submit your essay and letters of recommendation to aces@ascensionins.com by Friday, December 30th. So that's next Friday. So it's coming up. We have had a few people start to submit more essays and get more letters of recommendation, so that's good. But again, reminder: please have all of those in by December 30th, so that the committee can review those in January, and ideally, let everybody know who won. Try and do it in the January call. May go to February depending on timing, but we'll try and do it for the January call. Winners will be announced during the January. You can tell I didn't put this slide together, but winners will be announced in January. So we will do it by January. So even more reason to get all of that information by December 30th. So much for trying to get an extra month. And of course, the two winners will and a guest will be able to attend the Summit Club trip in Cancun, Mexico, in April of next year.
All right, so it's on to me. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. So we have a couple of Ask Joe questions. And as usual, I'll read the question, then I'll read the answer that Kendra wants me to say, and then I'll tell you what I think about it. So, so the first one: with some companies, if an employee declines health insurance because they are covered under their spouse's insurance, they are given the benefit of some sort, since this is actually saving the company money. When North Carolina was part of First Charter Insurance, they would give those employees a gift of $10 each month. It was not a large amount, but it was a nice acknowledgement that the company recognized the savings in some way. I was wondering if this would be something that Ascension may take into consideration as well. So, next slide. So in the past, this was an option we considered. However, given the healthcare reform regulations related to cash in lieu of benefits, we are not considering this option at this point. The new regulation requires that any cash in lieu of benefit amount be added to the employee contribution towards a low-cost plan to determine affordability. Based on this, we would run the risk of the plan being considered unaffordable under healthcare reform terms, and therefore face penalties. The penalties would potentially negate any savings the company recognized from an employee declining coverage. And I agree with all that. And to me, our discretionary dollars, and we try to accumulate as much as we could, we should go towards wellness, right? I mean, that's what we should be thinking about. That's what we spend a lot of time thinking about. To me, the benefits should be protecting your health, protecting the health of the company, but also helping everybody get healthier. So we may do that at some point in the future on declination, but I would rather see us focus all of our dollars towards wellness efforts. Which leads me to the next question. I wish to express my concern regarding the implementation of the tobacco surcharge as part of the health benefits renewal. Had those of us who do smoke known this was to be implemented coming in 2017, I presume many would have initiated strides in an attempt to quit smoking. I feel that we should have been provided a heads up. The surcharge is going to hurt some of us financially, and I have no issue participating in the program to assist me quitting, but I feel as an Ascension employee, we have been blindsided. So Kendra's response: for the past 2 years, we have discussed our difficult renewals and have mentioned the fact that if the trend continues, we would look forward to rolling out tobacco. We would look to roll out a tobacco surcharge. Unfortunately, it came to fruition this year. And so, guys, we talked about this the last 2 years. And Ed famously outed me as a smoker a couple of years ago on this, and I quit. It sucks. It is really tough. And if this motivates you to quit, it's one of the best things you'll ever do for yourself and your family and the people that love you. We put something in place to help you with that. If someone needs a quitting partner, call me. I will tell you that it sucks, but go do it and do the right thing for your family.
And I want to give Joe credit, because Joe truly has quit. He hasn't relapsed. It's been, I think, 2 years.
Yep.
And I used to give him a hard time. I used to try to find the cigarettes and hide them from him. But he is quit. I've not seen him down there with the smokers, so it can be done. The other thing I want to say is, just so people are aware, the surcharge, if you take a smoking cessation program, which are free, you can then get around the surcharge. But our goal is not to collect your money. Our goal is to get you to stop smoking, because it's not good for you. That simple.
And so lastly, I appreciate the questions. It is completely blind. Never know who they come from. Actually, that last question came from someone directly, but I thought it was a great question to address with the group. So they remain anonymous. But send the questions to askjoe@ascensionins.com. We do not know who they come from, and we'll address them. And again, I appreciate the questions and the candor. Next, employee milestones. So congratulations to Rachel Smith from our Summit office in Overland Park on her recent marriage. A beautiful bride and a great looking wedding party as well. So that's a round of applause. And milestone. So sitting next to me is Miss Phyllis Moretti. I'm not going to read all it's here because you guys can read it while I talk, but I was trying to think about what to say about Phyllis, and she summed
There are no words.
She summed it up as right as we were starting the call. Is she strives not to be normal. She exceeds at that every day. She is exceptional. She's an exceptionally good person. She's an exceptionally great at what she does as a professional, and we're going to miss you.
Yeah. I just want to add my 2 cents. So Phyllis sits right near me, and just every time I see her, she's just smiling and happy. Just the nicest personality you could ever possibly imagine. Right up the office, and I'll definitely miss having you around.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Have fun.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
All right, so we're going to go to new hires first. So it's a new hire. What's that? Wow, that's interesting. It's the first time. Did you just cut the spigot off, Jamie? Nobody can hire?
No.
Apparently. Wow. All right. So Matthew Patton is the way I would pronounce that. And probably everybody else in the world would too. Client service specialist, joined us in High Point, North Carolina. So welcome, Matthew. And December work anniversaries. So always amazed by the tenure and long service. Daryl joined us. We made an acquisition of Daryl's firm in Atlanta, I guess close to 5 years ago now. So Daryl's 39 years in the business. Stan Sharp and Bob Gunn were the owners of Transure, which we acquired about 3 years ago. Great acquisition, great leadership from Stan and the other people in our Winsett, North Carolina office who I got to visit recently. Congratulations. Bob Levinson, another professional life well lived in our Fresno office, and Bob's actually planning to retire next year. So you guys will get to see a picture of him then. And then Dan Garrison in our Lexington office, 30 years of service. And then the only other thing, I just, while we're on this page, I always like to call out people that you just sort of never see or know about. Carrie Ford, you'll see down in Pasadena, 10 years. Carrie secretly runs the entire West Coast. She works for Jamie. She is absolutely amazing at what she does, and but would not be nearly as great of a place as it is if Carrie wasn't part of it.
Yeah, I just want to second that. It was in Pasadena yesterday for their holiday luncheon. We have a great team down there, led by Carrie, and Joe's right. She's the mastermind behind the scenes in many ways. She's great to work with, very well respected, obviously very experienced with the 10 years here. We're all very, very lucky to have her.
And Jill's been around longer than 8 years, I thought. No, really? Is that it? So that's another one that secretly runs a company, and yeah. She's at home recovering, so hopefully listening. And Jill, we miss you. Come back. All right, next page. This is 1 through 7 years. A lot of great names, a lot of great folks. All right, and then lastly, next we'll go to promotions. So excited to announce the promotion of Raylene Cruz to Lost Time Adjuster. Raylene joined our Stewart office in 2014 as a medical review department. She quickly distinguished herself as a top performer. After becoming proficient as a medical bill reviewer, she took on the new challenge as medical-only adjuster. Soon after, she began to assist with lost time claims and later filled in for other lost time adjusters when they were out of the office. When a lost time adjuster position became available, it was apparent to us that the lost time adjuster we were looking for, we had been here a long time. Raylene is a great asset to Ascension, and we're very fortunate to have her on the team. Congratulations, Raylene. All right, so we get to the fun part, the financial update. All right, so I'm sure everybody can see that. So we are currently really close to our 8.3 million goal. But what I'm going to ask is that everybody pulls out the cushions of the sofa and find those pennies and nickels and dimes that are rolling around, because we're about 100,000 away. And we need that last 100,000 to get there. Does it make a huge financial impact for us? I think it makes a huge statement that we've made what was a real stretch goal for us this year. I do want to give recognition to some of the producers on here. Andy Sharp, 328,000. Mike Weintraub here in Walnut Creek. Sharif in our LA office. Kevin, this is Kevin McCarroll. Here in Walnut Creek as well. Dean Callender out of Salinas. Dan Mello out of Stockton. Sal Rivera, who is also out of Salinas, kind of a dream team there in Salinas. Greg Merrill, who runs our Fresno operation as well as taking care of all our crop. And then the other people that are not listed here that are at 200 or above. Jimmy Stewart out of Atlanta at 225. Julie Daly, also here at Walnut Creek at 225. And Marco Figueroa out of Fresno at 215. So very successful year for those individuals, but every one of them depend on their team. So thanks to all of you, and pull back the sofa cushions, find the pennies, find the nickels, put them in Salesforce. Let's get it done. Amy?
All right. So the blue, yellow, and light blue bars are back. We changed it up last month, but brought them back this month because after a lot of people asked for it. I'm kidding. Nobody asked for it. Probably nobody asked for these slides in general, but I'm going to share them with you anyway. So again, just a quick update, year-to-date, full year. This is year-to-date. We're right now at about 1.1 million above budget for the year, and about 2.2 million above prior year, which is awesome. When we flip over to the next slide on a full year basis, you'll see the same thing. But just a few shout outs, as we normally do, to the teams at Pan Am and Walter Clark, which have had an extremely strong year to date, up about 2.7 million compared to budget. North Carolina has done very well, roughly at budget. Florida, the team there has done a really nice job. A lot of that growth is coming in the Kaiser block, which has been great. Atlanta, Team Johns Creek has done very well. Particularly in the change of renewal book there. Really, those three business units have really just a big highlight for the business year to date. And then on a full year basis, if you go to the next slide, Matt, we're expected to be about $100,000 above budget, and roughly 2.1 million compared to prior year. The reason that the gap declines quite a bit when you look at it from November year to date versus full year is we accrue for a lot of our bonuses in December. So that brings down a lot of the profit overall of the business. But again, the story really hasn't changed in terms of the business units that really have had a strong year this year: Pan Am, Florida, and Atlanta, and North Carolina. We're starting to see the benefits of the Greenpoint acquisition we did back in November, which has been great. So overall, I think strong result for the business, and look forward to just finalizing the budget for 2017, and we'll probably share that on January if we get it done in time, definitely in February, so folks can get a sense as to what we're looking at in 2017. But really good finish to the year for 16. So before we go into lunch drawing, I think that Joed and I just wanted to give a quick Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. With the holidays coming up, I hope everybody gets a chance to take some time to spend that with their significant others and families. I think overall it's been a really good year for the business, and that's because of everybody's hard work and dedication. So I'll just say a quick thanks and happy holidays.
So I just want to say, thank you for a great year and all the hard work. And I hope that everyone spends a little bit of time relaxing a little bit and kind of getting a little refresh before the new year happens, and spends the holidays with people that they care about, and also just a little bit of a request. So a friend of mine just recently shared a story that he hadn't talked to his father for years and years and years. And long story short, I brought my father to an event. He saw that, and that caused him to reach out to his father. And his father's now coming over for Christmas. And so I just thought that was an awesome story. And so for a lot of us, there are people like that, friends, family, who we kind of lost contact with, or something unpleasant has happened, that now is a great time to reach out in the holiday spirit and try and reestablish that relationship. So if there's someone like that for you, I just encourage you to take that extra step, try and reach out, and try and make it a little bit of a special holiday.
Yeah, and I'm not going to top that story. So I want to start by just saying thank you for 2016. It's been another successful year. We have 2 really good years. I think we've built a lot of momentum going into 2017, and that is a complete team effort for everybody that's at Ascension, and those of you dedicated enough to be here right before Christmas on the phone. And then, as I always say, don't care how you celebrate this time of year, but you have time off, and I hope you spend it with people you love. So take care, and let's go to the lunch, Troy.
All right. So last month, our Stockton office won the trivia question. So as always, the first person to enter the correct answer in the chat section of this for this Ascension trivia question wins lunch for their office. So the question is, drum roll. In 2014, a Silicon Valley billionaire purchased the most valuable life policy ever. What was the coverage amount?
$1 trillion. Nope. Nope.
We got a lot of 100 millions, 120. Nope.
Neil. I mean, you're going to bet, Neil.
Oh, there it is.
Ron Rowden.
Fresno.
Ron Rowden.
I thought Josh was.
Nope, we got Ron Rowden.
Oh, right before.
Yep.
They were Googling.
All right.
Overland Park.
Yeah, you got a Overland Park.
Well done.
I don't know.
201 million.
Well done, fast on Google. So.
Who was it?
Nobody
We don't
Oh, we don't know.
It's an unknown.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Got it.
no.
All right.
I think Jennifer's figured out it's probably Elon Musk.
Oh,
I bet that it might.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
that wouldn't cover a fraction of what the man's worth, but some investor probably required it.
Yep. All right. Excellent. Well, congratulations, Overland Park. Again, hope everybody has a great holiday, and we'll talk to you in 2017.
Good.
All right, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you.